This morning we spoke about how biotech impacts food, obviously agriculture industry, energy, healthcare. I didn't realize that it also directly plugs into the defense of this company, of this country, right? No more defense is just, guys coming with machine guns, right? As he said, biosafety, bioterrorism, biodefense, these are going to be true industries of the future, which are going to bring in so many multidisciplines. So thank you for those comments. So Sweta, you have a very tough job, right? Doing HR for IT or machine learning and AI is tough in its own way. And then you come to something like biotech, where we're now talking about bringing biochemists and mathematicians and computer science together in multidisciplinary fashions. We're talking about 25% of potential workforce for the globe coming out of India, etc. All these great aspirations for our future, right? In your opinion, would love to share with our audience, right? What's your thinking around this? How might we go about making this a reality from a HR perspective, from a human talent perspective?
Thank you, Anand, for a great question. And first of all, I would like to thank Able. They have given me an opportunity to listen to some of the great minds of biotechnology industry. And I've been enjoying these discussions. So first of all, let's look at some of the data, to answer this question. So let's look at how biotechnology industry is contributing, or how India is contributing to the biotechnology industry. So first of all, it is the third, it holds the third rank in Asia Pacific, when it comes to biotechnology industry. India holds that rank. And globally, it is at 12th, right? And 3% of the entire global biotechnology market is actually held by India. If you look at the demand, right? So there is a constant investment which is happening in R&D, and there is a constant need to set up the right infrastructure, for people or for this industry to perform, some contract research or, contract manufacturing. There are a lot of stuff which goes in biotechnology, right? So if I look at, or if you look at the data, there is an increase of 80% of demand, for chemistry students. And 37% of that is postgraduate students. Now, what do we do? Like, how is this industry get supported with the new talent? So, as a company, as Kewaunee International Group, we are into R&D, infrastructure, right? Do we have scientists who knows, what kind of standards do they need in the labs, right? So that's a question that we ask, ourselves, and we ask to the companies, right? So they are the end users. So what we started doing is we have done a tie-up or MOU with IICT and one of our big customers and Able. So what we are doing is we are hiring few of the MSc graduates, and this year we are targeting Northeast, as a region, because huge potential lies there. So we have, we are going to hire 40 students, and then IICT and Kewaunee together have designed a training program, which involves a month of theoretical and practical training and 3 months of practical training to train students on science, right? So science being MSc, I mean that's their core, but to educate them on lab infrastructure. They are going to be the future scientists, right? So what kind of safety standards, what kind of quality standards that they should expect from their R&D facility, right? So that's where we are training them on. And after 4 months, there would be an evaluation which would be done, and few of our customers are going to hire them based on the live projects which would be given to them. So this is one initiative which Kewaunee, along with Able and IICT, has taken, right? Now when it comes to digital, so as a company, we are also doing a lot of IoT 4.0 enabled infrastructure, right? So there is a dire need to have talent over there, right? So people understand IT, people understand software, but how do we, join them together for biotechnology industry, right? So we have a dearth of talent over there, right? So as a company, we are hiring fresh graduates from institutes, and we are training them on 4.0 products, which are specifically made for laboratory infrastructure. Right? So that's what we are doing. But as you are rightly, as you were discussing with me during the lunchtime as well, that, okay, so we have at entry level, we have a lot of talent available because, as it is said that 50% of our population is below 25 years of age, right? And even if we target 10% or 5% of them, we have a lot of talent which is available at the entry level. But what about the mid-level and the senior level, right? So that's where we have to build the leadership. So the leadership is existing for companies who are clear in their mind that what kind of talent they want to hire. But there are many companies who are not even clear right now that what kind of talent is required, right? So I think what we are doing as a company, right? So we don't get good talent or a leadership level talent from outside because it's very difficult to get them. So what we are doing, we have developed our own future leader program within the company, and we are identifying people from within the company who can take over that role in the coming years. And I think most of the companies should focus on that because it's a talent war right now in the industry, and it's difficult to get that talent, trained talent, from the market. So why don't companies do that? And being an infrastructure company, the other gap that we have identified is that in Western countries, there is a proper quality and safety standards which are written down for labs, right? Like what kind of HVAC needs to be used, okay? What kind of technicalities which goes into a lab infrastructure. But in India, it is not done yet. There are no standards which are written down, right? So that's where I think when we are trying to make India a resilient global biotech destination, that's where it is very important that as with the help of government, we can write those kind of standards, because there are global standards which are existing and we are following that. But why not for India? Why not for Indian R&D sector, right? So that's where, as a company, we would like government to start, focusing on. And then, encouraging this as a biotech destination will help, because we have the right R&D setup to welcome these companies to start coming to India and then start doing their R&D.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think the point you made about leadership, it's a huge, huge vacuum, right? We can potentially hire in the base, but if you try to bring in leadership, it's very hard, because with no offense to scientists, most of these startups are started by scientists who may not necessarily have the leadership qualities to run it. It's just a phenotype thing. It's not right or wrong. It's just a phenotype thing. And if you bring a pure leader, she or he may be totally scared when they look at recombinant DNA and AMR and all that. So how do you bridge that? It's not that easy. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much.